Hello guys, my name's Colin and this is Colin Talks Crypto. In this episode, we're going to touch upon inflation and how long does it take to see massive amounts of inflation's effects actually hit the system. And we'll watch a video with Milton Friedman to help explain this. Okay guys, my new favorite economist is Milton Friedman. This guy is an utter freaking genius, and I just love watching his videos. So Milton Friedman was an American economist and statistician, best known for his strong belief in free market capitalism. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2006, but his great ideas live on. And one of those ideas that I just want to touch upon in this video is the idea of inflation and how long it takes for those negative consequences to trickle down and affect the rest of the society. So Milton Friedman in this video does talk about how inflation does initially have a boosting effect. So when you have a government doing like stimulus funding, stimulus checks, bailing out, pumping money into the ecosystem, it does initially live up to the word stimulus. The thing that no one ever admits in the government is the long-term effects, the negative consequences of that initial stimulus. And I wanted to play this clip right here. It's just about a minute long of Milton Friedman talking about how long does it take? What's the time frame between a government pumping massive amounts of stimulus into an economy and the resulting detriment and the resulting price inflation that follows that?
Fundamentally, because of the time delays between the turning of the printing press and the ultimate effects on output and on prices. Suppose a government first prints money and spends it to pay for its expenses. To begin with, the people who find themselves doing better business don't know what the explanation is. Government is paying more money. Its employees have better salaries. They're coming to the store and buying more goods. The storekeeper is delighted to sell them at the same prices as before. Each man thinks this is something special happening to him. The shoe manufacturer says, look, I can sell more shoes. The demand for shoes is going up. He doesn't recognize that what's really happening is that demand is going up everywhere. And then not only is the demand for shoes going up, but he's going to have to pay more to get labor. He's going to have to pay more to get leather. He's going to have to pay more to produce his product. But when that shows up, when after a while he finds out that his costs are up, then he suddenly discovers that he has to raise his prices to make both ends meet. And that's why, on the average in the United States over the past 100 years, an increase in the quantity of money has taken about 5 or 6 months to affect people's spending. The first thing that happened is people just have bigger bank accounts. Then it takes them a little while to realize that and they start spending it. And then it's another 12 to 18 months before that works through into prices. So on the average, over the past 100 years, and in Britain it's been for 200 years. I say 100 years because that's as far back as our data go in the United States. There's been about a 2-year interval between a more rapid increase in the quantity of money on the one hand and the inflationary effects of it on the other.
Okay, so 2 years is about the time it takes for the negative effects of inflation to be felt throughout the economy. And he talks in here about a government issuing more money or purchasing more things. And I want to frame this statement that he made in light of stimulus checks and bailing out of corporations and unlimited asset purchases and printing endless amounts of money that we have seen ever since the response to the coronavirus pandemic. And that's the reason that they're justifying these massive stimulus bailouts and printing of money in 2020. And so we all get these stimulus checks, and initially it is great. It feels wonderful. We can spend more. We can buy more shoes, chairs, food, whatever we want. Maybe go to the movies more often. But the thing that I want you to take away from this video is that is a short-term boost. It is an artificial, almost like a drug high. And in the long term, really not even that long, more like 2 years per Milton Friedman right here, per the statistics he's seen covering the past 100 to 200 years of America and Britain, We have about 2 years between massive stimulus and economic inflation. And so I'm bringing this message because I don't want you to get caught by surprise. I know that many of us in the Bitcoin space are already well aware of the negative effects of money printing on the purchasing power of dollars. And that's why that many of us are in the Bitcoin space and the cryptocurrency space, myself definitely included. And so I just want you to be aware of the time frame, about 2 years. So if in March of 2020 or May of 2020, even post-election 2020, because I think I heard that Trump's planning on doing a massive further stimulus when he gets reelected, or if he gets reelected, that will yet again set the clock on another 2-year boost of this stimulus. Well, it's a boost temporarily until it isn't. And so I think that in 2022, 2023, somewhere in there, we're really going to start feeling the effects of the stimulus now that is quote unquote boosting the economy. And I think that that's going to play into what I perceive to be an upcoming recession turning into depression, because the money printing doesn't fix anything and inflation certainly does not fix anything. So don't be fooled. If it seems like everything's okay right now, if stocks like, oh, they're going up, 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 we've got a recovery, a V-shaped recovery, don't be fooled into the short-term time frame that things have taken place so far. I know it's so easy to get caught up when you're looking at the news every day and everything seems to be happening week to week and moment to moment, and things seem like they're starting to do better now and maybe things are kind of fine. I really personally don't believe so. And this is not financial advice, and do your own due diligence. You can do whatever you wish. But I know that I'm going to be hedging my bets on the side of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, gold, silver, anything but the dollar. And so that I can be ready to be on the right side of the wealth transfer when all of the negative effects of inflation, all these consequences finally start rearing their ugly heads in about 2 years from 2020. As an interesting side note, I am curious how this is going to play into the price of Bitcoin, because I anticipate a Bitcoin bull run around the end of 2021. And we might begin to see some of the trickle effects of the inflation, but really that's only been about 1 year since it started. And so if Milton Friedman is correct here, statistically it's about 2 years, then we'll see a bull run and we'll see an ensuing correction, a bear market crash. But within a year, we're going to actually start seeing the effects of the inflation from the economy. And so I really have to wonder if we might see another more sudden, more rapid return to a new high for Bitcoin. Maybe we won't have to wait another full 4 years for the regular halving cycle, because the halving cycle decreases Bitcoin issuance every 4 years, but inflation has the same kind of effect on a reverse in that it increases the amount of dollar inflation, which has a similar effect to Bitcoin, making it seem more appealing in light of a dollar that is losing its value more quickly. So I could really see anything happening in the years following the bull run. I think that it's possible that this enormous amount of inflation and stimulus that's being pumped into the economy right now could be realized during the bear market of Bitcoin after this bull run, and might just set it off onto a new bull run high prematurely. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Please let me know what you think in the comments below. So I want you all to be prepared and to position yourselves as you feel is smartest in light of all of this information. And please share this message with those that you love and care about if you do want to help them out as well. As usual, smash that like button, please share, please subscribe, and have a great day.